Hello, Douala. Hello, Cameroon. Hello, Africa. Hello, Nigeria. And hello, world. You are welcome to the 40 Streams Conference here in Douala, Bonanjo, and La Falaise. Beautiful people, it's going to be an amazing day. This is the 40 Streams Conference and the launching of Lenoflix affiliate program in Cameroon.
Anything I want you to write down is this: you can do to yourself in today's era is to limit your education to the classroom.
If you believe that this person is outshining you because they have more influence, because they have more money, that's already a disservice to you. Because light never gets dimmer because another light shines.
Get angry that you are here, where you are right now. Get angry that you are here, where you are right now, when you could be fed up with where you are. There won't be any change.
Motivation is the fuel that drives action. But more important than being motivated is the ability to stay motivated.
The one, the only, Sam
Harvard. I'm a beacon of hope. Everywhere I go, everything I do prospers. I am not poor. I am not poor. I make people rich. I am not poor.
I am not poor. I make people rich. Hello, everybody. Welcome to class. It's another very unique edition of the Sunday Income Masterclass. I hope the people that are on YouTube are able to hear me well. Yesterday, I tried to go live for a different class, and I had to postpone the live stream because for some weird reason, the YouTube kept on disconnecting. But I think the people on Zoom will be able to hear me well, because Zoom, they were still able to hear me even after the whole thing. I think my streaming software might have an issue. I tried to update it. Hopefully, it's working fine. So I'm just saying this ahead in case we have any form of challenge in the course of the class. Tonight's class is going to be very short and straight to the point because there are so many things on my table that I need to attend to, and I'm so short with time. So I'm just going to go straight to the point as much as possible. So please, if you're already here, don't go. We are going straight into the thing. Last week, I taught you how to learn, the framework for learning. Whatever new information comes to you, you need to be able to ask yourself the 4 questions. What do I need to start doing that I'm currently not doing in order to achieve this new thing that I just learned? What do I need to stop doing that is preventing me from becoming the newer version of myself based on the information that I just learned? Number 3, what is it that I'm doing but I'm not doing enough? I need to do more of it based on the things that I've just learned. And of course, finally, which is last and not the least, is what is that thing that I'm currently doing? I do not have to stop it, but I have to do less of it because of the thing that I had just learned. So you must be able to ask yourself, start, stop, more, and less question whenever you learn something, because the definition of learning is something has to change in your behavior. The way you act needs to be altered, and that is how you know that you have actually learned something. So we've been discussing about different series. We talked about the APC series I've dealt with, and we started talking about systems. And I think I've done 2 Sundays on systems. Last week, I went a little bit further to talk more about cash flow systems. And a cash flow system is a form of asset that requires little or no involvement from you, but produces cash consistently for you. Okay. And I gave some examples. I mentioned real estate. When you have rental real estate, it's very important. Real estate as a cash flow asset is not just buying a land in some that does not bring cash flow. Okay, it is you owning a piece of real estate. It could be a building. If it's land, somebody is leasing the land and is paying you rent on that lease. So something that keeps bringing you income over and over, all right, without you necessarily being there to do the work. So it could be big business that has a lot of people working under it. So you're leveraging other people's experiences, resources, intellect, skill, capacity, etc. You're leveraging all of that to produce value, product or service. And the income that comes, you get director's bonus from or owner's bonus from that particular business. One of the ways to profit from a particular business is to borrow against your equity in that business because it's valuable. And that money you borrow, you put it into property, for example, and the rent that comes in from that property becomes, because you're paying back what you borrow from the bank to do the property. All right. So they cannot tax it because it's debt. So, but the rent that is coming now funds your lifestyle after you have paid the interest on the mortgage that you took to buy or build the rental apartment building or piece of real estate. So you're turning the return from one into investment into another before you now start to spend. So the excess of what comes from that recurrent rent is what now funds whatever life. And you could want to buy, say, a car. Buy the car, not because you don't have money. You go and borrow money to buy the car and be driving the car so that you don't pay any debt, any tax. So there are so many things that you could do for system. So it simply means live the best life you want. Buy a car every week if you like. A year. Buy 52 cars every year. Give out all the 52 cars and buy another 52 the following year. It's your life. Please enjoy it. It's only one that all of us have. But the money that will fund all that enjoyment is system. All right. Not from something you're actively doing, not something you're working on every day. So that's what we kind of established last week. And I said, before you can build a system, either you're doing real estate, you want to do big business, or you want to do portfolio, whatever it is you want to do, you need a minimum entry amount because these things are capital intensive. One salary will not do it. One little breakthrough money will not do it. There's a need for a concept that fuels that reservoir or like a dam. So keep adding money to it, till it gets filled to a certain minimum level. Then you now move it into the system you want to build or multiple systems, depending on what you want to do. So it starts with you being able to generate income, goes into a certain reservoir towards a minimum required amount. So how do you start? First, what kind of system would you like to play in? Do you want to play in real estate? Do you want to play in the financial market? Do you want to play in big business? What exactly do you, sure, the one you want to play in? You find out what is the minimum amount to start on this thing because you want to compound over time. But how do you start? That some of them you can start with as low as maybe $1,000. All right. So there are different amounts you could start with. So you plan around that and you start building. And another way that this is the way I prefer to do it is to sit down first and calculate how much do I think I would need in a year to live my best life. All right. So if I want to be living the best life, whatever it is that is interesting to me, how much do I think I need in a year? Dollars. It will pay for everything I want. Vacation, school fees, rent, whatever it is that I need. It's going to pay for it. So moment I am sure that that's going to pay for it, 1 minute. When I'm sure that that is going to pay for it, then I multiply it by 10. So 200,000 by 10 is 2 million US dollars. So I need to put $2 million into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different systems. All right. That pays an average of 10% in an entire year. An average of 10%. Some can pay lesser, some can pay slightly higher. 10% is all you need in an entire year. So you spread your 2 million into those things. And then every year, the 10% that comes from all of them on aggregate is enough to cater for your 200K annual expenses or lifestyle money. All right. So whatever you do the following year after you have cashed out your 2, you are balling. All right. You're living the real life. Out of that 200K, put some little investments that you may want to also do inside. Fantastic. But the reality is, how do you raise that $2 million? Let's assume your expenses per year is 200K. All right. Your own might be lesser, your own might be more. So how then do you raise this 2 million that you want to put? So the first challenge is it may take you a very long time to raise $2 million. So what is the minimum you can enter with? You don't have to enter with the 2 million. What is the smaller amount that you have to go with? It could be $20,000. It could be $200,000. Great. So that amount is what you now want to work towards. So let's say it's 200K that you want to start with. 100K. So that is what now lead us to where most of us are right now. We're in that place where we have the ability to do different things. All right. And these different things we have the ability to do with enough income that we can put in that reservoir that is going to be the minimum entry into the systems investment we want to do. So working in the mindset of wealthy people requires that you don't work to consume, you work to invest. The return on the investment is what you consume. Do you understand? It's like there are two. Worker number one is you. Whatever money you make is not for you to consume. It's for you to use that money to build a second worker that is not you. That second worker is what we call cash flow system. I gave you about 5 examples or 4 examples. I think 5 examples last week. Real estate, money market, what's it called? Big business, all of that. You put money into them, they now begins to work for you. These are proven systems that has worked for aeons. You just want to participate with your money. You put your money inside, and please, I remember mentioning that when I'm saying invest your money, because what a lot of people do is they build or they gauge investment from the eyes of what is the return on investment. If you want to invest, and the first thing that is leading your decision is how much return I'm going to get, wrong. It is either you're about to lose your money or you will lose your money. Or you don't even know jack about investments. You're just an opportunist. All right? So, the first thing in investment is not the return. The first thing in investment is the safety. I have to learn this the hard way. I've invested many times. I've invested people's money. Many times we lost money. I still have plenty debt I'm paying till date. Why? We, myself, and every other co-investor were first moved and concerned by what we could make. What is the return on investment? All right, that was the motivation. So it is not about the safety. So it is important that you are sure of the safety around the investment option you're about to pick before you go into it. So, what does that mean? When you're building a system, you're necessarily not looking at something that is going to double, triple. Now, it can do it. That can be possible. I'm only saying it's not the leading decision maker. All right. 7 to 14% is perfect. Yeah. Once in a while, there will be deals that will do 1,000%. There will be deals that will do 20,000%. There will be opportunities you get into that will do 50%, 100,000%. Once in a while, those things will come. But most of the times, they are not scalable. They are going to be secret one-off. It's like a purple elephant kind of opportunity. It's not something you see every time. It's not something that is available that they are advertising. No, no, no. Things doesn't happen like that. It's just a once in a blue moon opportunity because you're already positioned, you have cash flow, you're already in the system. When such moment shows up, you are able to take advantage of it, and then it produces something out of the normal. All right. But normal investment returns to you something very small, something about the range of what the banks makes with your money. Simple as that. All right. So once you're led understanding this fact, you are not going to be bamboozled by somebody who comes to market an investment opportunity to you that will pay you 30% per month, 50% in 2 months, 50% in 1 year. Whenever you see such things, I'm not saying it's not possible. Remember, I said it's possible to even have investment that would do 1,000%. I mean, people invested in Tesla when just a few years ago. Some of those people have done 100,000% in the last 10 years. Is Tesla a scam? No, it's not. But there was an opportunity. But is it every day that they are launching a car business like Tesla? Of course not. We've not had a car business like that in only God knows since the history of cars. This is the history of cars. So it's like 1 in 100 or 1,000,000 years. That's the kind of opportunity. The same thing, another thing was Nvidia. When Nvidia stock sold a couple of years ago, people who participated sometimes some people made 100 times their money. Some make 1,000 times their money. Another one is Bitcoin. All right. But is it every day Bitcoin is coming out? Yeah, there are stupid coins that are coming out that sometimes are doing pim pim pim, but sometimes they're also pim 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 your money. You're losing it. So you need to recognize the difference between these opportunities, and when someone is trying to sell an investment opportunity to you, your decision making sonar should not be directed or guided by how much can I make from this. So what is the safety in this thing? All right. And if the return is high, it's a big red flag. It should not be green flag. Father, they say, put your money and double it. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. There are some things I want to say. I'm trying not to say them. It's crazy. Do you know that an average African, and I want you to agree with me if you agree with this statement I'm about to make, is built to expect miracle-related events. An average African, I don't know, maybe it's all over the world, Shabo, wants to have $100 and is hoping that there is an opportunity that will turn that $100 to $1 million within 2 weeks or 30 days, shortest period. That $100 will just become $1 million or $10 million. Do you agree? An average person. There is that thing in our mind that we are hoping for such an opportunity. We want multiple returns in a short time. It is possible, but that's not the way wealth is built. The people that have built wealth, all history, never built their expectation around that occurrence. Sometimes it happens, but that's not the foundational operation or desire That's not the way it will work for everybody, and that's not the standard way things work. All right. By compounding over a long period of time. And when you compound, you put back. You don't spend. Whatever little is coming, you keep adding and keep adding and keep adding. The more you are adding, the higher the cash flow, that's the return from it, is growing little by little. Not the percentage. I'm talking the cash value that is coming back is growing. Yeah. Now, hopefully, it's growing higher than inflation, because that's another thing entirely, it's another topic entirely. If it's growing higher than inflation, then you're good. You keep compounding and compounding. But there's one thing that is happening to you that you may not be paying attention to, is the fact that it is building you cash flow, so that when an opportunity comes, you can easily, because of the kind of asset you have, you can leverage that asset to get liquidity from the bank to buy that once in a lifetime opportunity. Do you understand? So if you look at the life of Warren Buffett, for example, I'm wondering how I got here. If you look at the life of Warren Buffett, for example, he compounds a lot. He played a long-term game, but something incredible happened. While he was doing that, what's happening to my Zoom? Hey, God have mercy. I paid for this Zoom yesterday now. It is where, sha. While he was doing all of that, all these purple elephant opportunities kept on showing up. And because he has cash flow, he's able to plug into them. And those things, boom, 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 they blew up his positions. And over time, he has thousands times of his portfolio, building over 100 billion worth of portfolio over the last 60 years plus. Do you understand? So, over a long period of time, but compounding, that's the name of the game. So, what you want to do is, if you have a system that you are exposed by $1,000, if it's giving you 10%, that's just $100. You don't need 50% investment. You don't need 100% investment. What you need is to increase your $1,000 to $100,000, so that the same 10% will now give you $10,000 rather than $100. Do you understand? So you want to have more positions, so that even if the percentage is still small, the cash value coming out is higher, is big enough to put into other things to increase your positions. I can't explain it more than this. I hope you understand me. Please, if you get me, give me 111 in the comment. I'm waiting. 111 in the comments. Are you people even hearing me? Because I've not seen any comments all day. But I've been teaching good. I don't know. Where's the general comment? Oh, okay. There's some comments here. Okay. I've seen one now. Okay. I've been having comments on YouTube. God bless you guys. I've not been seeing it. Okay. People on Zoom too have now started commenting. Okay. So that's the goal. We're not looking for one miraculous something that will just blow us up. Boom, 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 boom. It may happen, but that's not the foundational thing. So, in the next 2 minutes, what then are you supposed to do? Where should you start? You need income. Somebody please type the word income. How do you get income? You trade your skill to solve problem for somebody or a business who is willing and able to pay you for the solution. Simple as that. Simple as that. So, I want you all to do something simple for me this week. I want you to ask ChatGPT, Claude, whatever AI large language model you know, that what are the top 100, listen to this, problems that people in your country have. that the solution to that problem can be monetized. Tell it to give you two levels of problem, because there are some solutions that exist already, but their existence is creating other problems. So if you are solving those secondary problems, even though there is already a solution on ground, you could make something that is already working faster. All right, you could make it faster and charge for speed. You could be an arbitrage. You could be a middleman. There's so many things. So ask ChatGPT or any one of your choice that what are the problems in your country that people are having. So why am I saying that? I want you to go from problem to now be able to determine who you should go and learn. Find out how AI can help you solve those problems. What are the kind of solutions that can be created for those? So, yes, I know you have businesses, you have some skills already. Your skill made people around you that can pay for it. You might have a very good skill, but you may not have access to the market that can pay for it. We want to make money. Hence, we need people to solve problems for, and these people must be able to pay for that solution. So, going on a problem solution payment research is your assignment for this week. Is that clear? Go and find out what are the top 100 problems that people have in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Cameroon, in Kenya, in US, wherever you are, that they are willing to pay for the solution. All right. And then second question, how can AI help you in creating the solutions to these identified problems? It's very important. So I want you to do that research. So go and research problems. That's going to help you for the skills that you may want to acquire. Someone say, what do you think about thumbnail design as a skill? It's a lucrative thing, because in a word, I was telling one of my staff in the studio here that a lot of people are making content for the wrong reasons. If you pick 10 people that are creating content today who have a business and you ask them with a lying machine attached to them to detect, like detector, sorry, most of them are going to, their real answer is going to be that they want to go viral. Most people don't do content for the real reason they should be doing content, which is to sell their stuff. Majority of them are doing content because they also want to have 1 million views. So they are concerned about the number of views that their videos are having. They're not concerned about the quality of those views. So if you have 1,000 views on a post, question is, what is the quality of those 1,000 people? Because if they are qualitative, depending on what you are selling, 2 people out of them can buy product worth hundreds of millions from you, depending on what you are selling and their quality. Whereas there's someone else that has 1 million views and makes nothing, not even $1 from it. Which one do you now want? So, but most people, what they need is sales, customers, people that will buy their stuff, but they are busy chasing virality. It's a misplaced priority. All right. So you can now say thumbnail helps them get the right kind of people clicking on their video. So you go in any niche you are looking for on YouTube, look for people who have posted video, find a way to reach out to them, tell them that their thumbnail, if they could change this particular thumbnail, this video will begin to get views. And param, that's it. Remake the thumbnail for them, send it to them, tell them to come the month to come and pay you for more thumbnails. because they see the difference in their video after you did thumbnails for them. It's as simple as that. So I'm going to end like this. Whatever skill you are doing, find people that you can serve for free first and do it for 1 month and start charging from the second month. I hope you guys have learned something. So I'm going to see you next week. God bless you.
If there's anything I want you to write down, is this. One of the most dangerous things you can do to yourself in today's era is to limit your education to the classroom.
If you believe that this person is outshining you because they have more skills, because they have more influence, because they have more money, that's already the service to you. Because light never gets dimmer because another light shines.
Get angry that you are here where you are right now when you could be much more. Until you are fed up of being fed up with where you are, there won't be any change.
Motivation is the fuel that drives action. But more important than being motivated is the ability to stay motivated.
The one, the only, Sam
I, Sam Harvard, I'm a beacon of hope. Everywhere I go, everything I do prospers. I am not poor. I make people rich. I am not poor. I make people rich. I am not poor.